Hey there, I'm Luke the Cooking Camper. Zena the Glamper Camper is chilling out inside, and we have another couple days of yard work I just wanted to show you guys. So the first area we started on was kind of the pond. The roses were getting a little bit crazy again, and I trimmed off quite a few branches on the dwarf mulberry tree, trimmed the palm trees, the purple princess bougainvillea, and I'm really not sure what I'm doing with this flying dragon orange, but I trimmed off everything, so now it's just like a straight stick coming up out of the ground. After that, I worked on the opposite corner. I trimmed off 37 fronds off of the shorter of the two Mexican fan palms. The other one I don't trim. We have a company come trim. I took out one of the 99.999% dead silver cassia things, and I trimmed the palm tree in this corner of the yard. And I do think everything looks good. And so far, I've picked up all of the trash except for the Mexican fan palm fronds. And since I've done this last, I got new trimmers. So normally what I would do is I would have this on the ground and I would step on it. It's hard to explain if I'm not actually doing it. But I got these new trimmers, and they're actually meant for living things. So they open kind of strangely. So what I'm going to have Mr. Cameraman do is the leaf is actually really sturdy. I don't know if you guys have ever held one of these, but see how, he can hold it like this and it's not bending or anything, and then I'm gonna chop it right next to his hand. But with my trimmers over there, they're pretty much covered up right now. It'll be a lot easier if it's in the air like this, just because of how they open. But I'll show you guys what we got in the trash can so far. I wanted to keep trimming stuff, like I want to do this. And then I did trim the Gold Rush bougainvillea. I really love how it's like climbing down, peeking down through the mess of rosemary right there. I think that's really, really pretty. So really that's, I think, the only other thing. And then I wanted to just get rid of those two, but I'll leave those there. They don't look terrible. I just don't like them anymore. But, ooh, and we got this baby turned on. So this video might not be posted before Thanksgiving, but the hot tub will be ready before Thanksgiving. So we have this car parked here, and we have a new AC unit in the garage. So to get the cans into the backyard is really easy when they're empty, but when they're full, it is too tight of a squeeze. So I've just been carrying everything over here. So this is what we have so far. Doesn't look very full, but it is jam-packed in there. So what I think I'm going to be able to fit in here next is, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 of just the fan parts of the fan palm, and then I'll step it down and see if I can fit any more. But yeah, that's what me and Zena are doing. So if you need to do yard work, this one needs to be trimmed next, but we hire a dude to come trim that. You can see that straight thing right there. This is totally not the time of year they would bloom, but that straight thing right there looks like a bloom coming out. Interesting. Okay, so we just got all of those pieces chopped up and taken apart, and when he comes out to help me do that, instead of saying, "Oh my goodness, it looks so great, you've trimmed so much," instead he chooses to say, "Oh, why didn't you trim everything else too?" So the trash was just picked up, but now I'm going to fill it up again so that we can not have any room to throw away any more trash next week. I am about to trim our lemon tree. Here's the prettiest tree me and Zena and Mr. Cameraman have. It's our Christmas tree. Now some of you may in the comments say that what I'm doing to this lemon tree is terrible and that I'm gonna kill it, and I assure you that I am very grateful for all comments, but I do want to remind you that I have lived in this house for many years, and I have been harshly trimming this lemon tree for years and years. And the thing is so resilient, but even if it does ever die, that just means that I get to plant a new tree. And right now we want to show you guys TriStar Plant's website. Now, we are not like officially a partner of TriStar Plants, but man, do we want to. They have so many beautiful, cool plants. So if you want to buy anything from their website and you want to support me and Zena, we are going to have an affiliate link down below. And hopefully, if anybody buys these, or if me and Zena buy some of these, then eventually we might even get a promo code if they decide to partner with us. So these are some of their plants that are eligible for Zone 9B. They are so beautiful, and they have such a big selection of just everything you can think of. I mean, look at how pretty this stuff is. So what I did is I just went to their website and I just clicked the Shop All button, and then I separated Zone 9. So we actually live in Zone 9B. Come on, load website. Oh my gosh, look how cool that is. Me and Zena need this. Let's look. Jeez, our internet is not liking me today. But again, definitely check them out. We're going to have them linked down below with an affiliate link. If you want to check out any of our other promo codes with our other partner companies, I'll have our website linked down below. On there, there's a page with all of our promo codes and links to all of the companies that Zena partners with. You guys, look how cute this thing is. And it's $13 off? What? Let's see how big it gets. Attributes. Oh, only 8 inches. Ooh, that's kind of little. 9 to 11. Ooh, I could probably put that around the pond. That would look really pretty. Well, we like to window shop online, but let's get back to work. Overall, I am really happy with how the backyard turned out. The fan palm looks really good. The lemon tree is finally, after years and years, kind of starting to do what I wanted to do. So overall, I think I'm happy. Okay, so next I'm going to go over there. I accidentally custom irrigation, but I just wanted to show you guys how, because I did trim off a number of lemons when I just trimmed this tree, but look at how many are in this cluster right here. There are tons of them. And then there's a little cluster right up here too. So once these all come off, I'm probably gonna come through and chop off all of these branches, because eventually I'd like this, I mean, ultimately a tree, down here especially, people like to just let them grow naturally. They just turn into basically a big ball most of the time, all the way down to the ground or almost down to the ground. So when we first lived here, when we first moved in, the lemons were literally on the ground from just how the tree was growing. So over the years, I'm happy. This year I don't have any touching the ground. I just have this hangy clump right here. I used to, in the past, when the lemons were touching the ground, I would still trim it, but I had these, and I used all 3. And I would put these under, and then all of the lemons and the branches would sit on all of these. So now I'm gonna have to find something new to do with these, since I no longer need them for the lemon tree. But let me show you guys what I'm gonna do right over here. So I don't know if I should have, but again, I don't really care. I chopped down my asparagus, even the like still green and purple. It's purple asparagus. So I chopped down even the still living parts, but I accidentally chopped the irrigation right there. So I just need to put in a little coupler. Cool. So that was pretty easy. I just had to put in that right there. So now we are leak free. Now, there's pretty much always like more work you can do in a yard. And I really love, I know some people may think this looks crazy right here, but I'm really loving how it looks right now. So do not want to touch it. And like I said, I don't know if I said it in this video, but I've said it in past videos, eventually these are going to be Gandhi. I don't know. I just don't like them anymore. And eventually, the last time they came and trimmed this tree, for some reason, the tree trimmer guy moved this pot. Well, what he didn't know is there's no bottom to this pot, and it was actually like buried into the ground. So really, he kind of screwed me up because now I can't get it to sit back level again. I've since actually moved it again and buried a bird under there that I killed, and I felt terrible about it. So eventually, the snake plants coming out, they're going to go somewhere else. I'll re-level the pot, and then I'll put some sort of tree in there. But that's obviously not a right now project. This part of the yard, I think overall looks pretty darn good. Around the pond, eventually I'll be adding back the tiny ground covers that I took out a couple videos ago. There's going to be something in the frog eventually over here. And this all looks nice. The kumquat's coming back to life. I don't know if you guys watched the video where I said that it died. I was so sad. So I chopped it all the way down, and it is as happy as can be coming back to life. And I'm at a tough spot with my lavender here. I don't know if it's past, I mean, it still looks good. I just don't know if it's past like looking really good. But right now I'm still kind of into it. I think it's kind of pretty how the oranges are like resting on top of it. So I'm leaving it there for a while. Over here we have a little John, and you can't really tell on camera, I don't think, but the lighter green is the new growth, and it just really has not done a ton of growing. So I used to have to trim that thing all the time. I don't know if it's getting old or what, but it does not grow with the same vigor it did when we first moved in. The pomegranate tree, still not in love with how it looks on the bottom there, but I'm really trying to fall in love with it because that's how the plant wants to grow. The oregano's doing really good. The chives look good. This little ferny thing is still alive. Over here we have our Australian finger lime and our Mexican key lime. So they're both just chilling. This part of the yard is a disaster. I don't care. Mr. Cameraman's birthday roses from not this last birthday, but the birthday before. Those are looking really good. I never deadheaded this one, and I didn't realize they come off so easy. But look, it's blooming again. And isn't that such a pretty, my little brothers picked these out for Mr. Cameraman at a Hy-Vee floral section in Iowa. And they traveled all the way back. I left them in their cans for I don't even know how long. For forever, what it felt like. And then I finally planted them. And I don't know the varieties, so I don't know their growing zone or if they'll actually do really well here. But so far, they just bloom and bloom and bloom and bloom and bloom. And I just think it's funny that little floral department flower is still alive. I don't really think of grocery store flowers as sometimes being designed to last. I feel like they're more temporary. Oh, I'm gonna buy you this for a special occasion, and you'll leave it in a room or in the pot and then it'll die. But I'm in love with how the red one looks. And
It's got a new bud right there. And again, I don't know how big they're gonna get. So they've gotten a little bit taller. I'd say they were maybe like this tall when I planted them. So they've probably almost doubled in height. This one, I also never deadheaded. This one is a white rose, if I remember right. And it does not have any buds or blooms on it right now, but it is, I believe, that kind of purpley look. I think that that is new growth. And I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna be going for with the trees over here yet. You can see this is obviously gonna have to get limbed up eventually, but I don't know how I wanna do it. Or, yeah. So I'm just gonna let it keep doing its thing for right now. The trunk, actually, I think just since I've planted it, I can't remember how long ago, it's already gotten quite a bit more girthy, so I'm really happy about that. It seems to like its life right here. I originally had one planted right where that white pole is. That's where my holiday avocado is planted, and it died, so I retried it over here. I allow myself to retry each plant twice. Sometimes if I'm super in love, more than that, but I never try it in the same spot. I always move it. So like the Buddha hand tree I have right there, I originally had one of those right here where this Mexican key lime is, and it died right here. So I got a new one, planted it over there, and so far that one's been there for multiple years. And it hasn't produced anything, but it's been growing slowly. And I mean, I think it looks really cute over there, so I'm happy with that. I have a prickly pear right here. I really don't know what I was thinking putting it here. I was thinking that it was gonna root, but I don't know. I've told myself to take it out multiple times, but then I've told myself to leave it there multiple times. I don't know, wouldn't it look cool to have like because this variety gets huge. I have one in the front yard. Wouldn't it look cool to have just like a huge cactus right there? Because I mean, this cactus will grow way faster than the Mexican key lime. I mean, citrus trees do not grow very fast, except for, of course, my lemon tree, which I hacksaw multiple times a year, every single year. But yeah, I don't want to make this a forever long video, but I'm on a rant now, so might as well keep going. Don't even look in here. That is the garden shed. Let's shut that. Oh, I guess I can show you all the lemon tree and bougainvillea waste. And then the trash can right there is already full for next week. But yeah, I absolutely love my backyard. God has blessed this earth with all of these beautiful plants, and I am so grateful that he's blessed me with what I think at least is a green thumb, so that I can grow all these beautiful things, and so that I can show you guys all of the beautiful things I try to grow. One thing, since we're over here, I'll show you. I love the dwarf mulberry tree. The thing is growing like crazy. The trunk was like 1/8 of that size when I planted it, but the leaves, I think it's deciduous, so it will lose all of its leaves eventually. Like right now we're in kind of like wintertime in Arizona, but the leaves, I don't know. Is this just what mulberry tree leaves start to look like in the winter until they fall off? I was just kind of wondering. But this one is doing really well, even with how I'm trimming it. It's gonna grow this way only. I don't want any of it to go over the neighbor's wall. So you can see like this palm tree right here. This is my neighbor's palm tree, and it's going over all the walls, which I don't know, that I don't mind. I kind of like how it looks coming over, and eventually it's going to be so tall that those leaves won't even be in my yard. But something like a fruit tree, I think that's not very nice to let it grow over. So that's why I'm gonna train it to grow forward only. Then one more thing Yeah, I'll show you guys real fast, is my Fignominal Fig Tree by Monrovia. The thing, if you watch a lot of our videos, you'll see this also died all the way back down. So what I did was, and I paid, I think it was like 70 or 80 bucks for this. So what I did was I cut it all the way back down to the ground, like under the rocks, and then, or you can see the tip right there. And then I covered it up with rocks to kind of give it a break from the sun. And you guys, after, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if it's been a couple months or just been a number of weeks, but our little Fignominal Fig Tree has tons of new branches coming out. Now the funniest thing ever is it started to do this way littler. Like the leaf was like this big. It had one. And I was so excited. I think I actually showed you guys in the video. And then I covered it back over because I had moved a rock, saw the leaf, and then I'd put the rock back. And then a couple days later, I came back out here to check on it, and that leaf had died. So I was totally bummed out, but it re-shot up some new ones, which is super crazy exciting. And now, the most important part is Zena's poop tree is all cleaned up. Zena, what do you think? This is where she exclusively 99.999% of the time goes potty, which we are very glad she does that. And I don't know, when we first moved here, we tried it out, and with my luck, oh nope, she's just gonna lay down. But I can't remember how long it took, but I don't even know what something just told us, hey, let's try to get her to go potty here only. And she caught on to it really fast. And we are really grateful for that. I love Mr. Cameraman, you guys, does not like how this looks. But I am absolutely in love with how the rosemary and the gold rush bougainvillea are kind of like mixing together. And you guys, I literally lifted this up earlier, and it is rootsy. Oh, can you guys see those roots right there? It is rooting down like through the fake grass. This plant is, and like if you try to pick it up right here, right under here is fake grass, like right under here, and you can't even pick it up because it's rooted into the ground, which I think is crazy. I've got 3 of them right here, and then a gold rush bougainvillea between these 2. And then if you guys have also been watching us for a while, you might have seen our gladiolus bulb experiment. We did a bunch of YouTube shorts about those. So those bulbs are still in the ground. There's a clump, I think right here, and then one kind of like right here, and then one on the other side over there. So I'll be really interested to see if those gladiolus bulbs come back up. I can't even remember what time of year I did that. I don't know what time of year the bulbs would normally pop up for them. So that's going to be really interesting to see if they do come back. Because gladiolus, they're one of 2 bulbs that I've grown here successfully. The other ones are the cannas. So here's the cannas. I don't know if these bulbs are going to do anything. They might take a while to come up. They might not come up at all. Long story. But this canna is doing beautifully. Notice how some of it's like not variegated. Like look at this leaf. And then look at this leaf. How is that off the same plant? Look at this leaf. Look at it. Now you guys, I ran the Traeger a couple weeks ago. And I did roast a couple leaves, but the plant is still alive, so it's gonna be chill. But yeah, so I think I'm done ranting now. So if you liked this video, make sure to give us a big thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit that bell so that you never miss the next time Zena makes a new YouTube video. Definitely check out the link and promo code we have down below. Get out and enjoy what God has given us, and get out and enjoy nature and food as much as we do. Have a great one.